Hello all. So I kind of took a real I was trying for I guess about 2 months now to find a good tutorial on how to use Godot on the internet, and I couldn't quite find one that was explaining how to do the things that I wanted to do with it. And then one of my friends, who's currently taking computer science in college, suggested that I use Grok 3 to help me learn how to code, and uh, that's actually working out a lot better than I thought it was going to. Because at first he said make the game for you, which I mean I was opposed to at first, but eventually he convinced me to give it a try out, and I think the most impressive thing about it is that it holds its memory, unlike Meta AI or Gemini or any of the other just chat AIs. It has a memory, so like I can walk away, close it out, do the other things with my day, and then come back to it the next day, and it will pick up the conversation where I left off. And so that's really helpful for it teaching me how to code. Um, at first, it was very frustrating. It's still a little frustrating, but at first it was very frustrating because it wasn't. I told it I had no experience, and it still wasn't explaining it simply enough. It was still using jargon that I didn't understand, and so after I explained to it, it was like, "Hey, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You're gonna have to clarify things a lot more." It got less frustrating, but I still run into hiccups on every step, but they're easier to get over now. And I also have started up on the Humira is not working out. Is quite like the game is progressing a lot better than my health is, and it took me like 2 months of doing nothing but looking up of researching tutorials before I could actually finally do anything with the game. And like I've gotten according to Grok AI, the Grok 3 AI, according to that, I've gotten the core mechanics down. I animated a player. It's not changing yet, but I animated a little player. It's a little wisp with popping bubbles all around it. And I made a fire spirit, and then when the fire spirit dies, it drops a soul. It's just a universal soul at this point. And I could collect the soul. Ironically, the biggest part of those last three steps that I mentioned, the biggest hiccup there was getting it to drop the soul and then pick it up, because like I made a stupid mistake of not I honestly forget what the mistake was at this point. I remember the struggle, but once I made every node its own independent node and put them all in the uh, put all their scripts in the same folder, all the scenes in the same folder, and all the assets in the same folder, and divided them up. It just kind of clicked after that. It started working properly. Like Grok 3 expected me to just have automatically done that or something. So when it's helping me with the code, it's assuming that I've properly divided things. And so after I did that, because it finally told me to, instead of starting out telling me to do that. At first, it was all just bunched together on the same scene, and I was running into lots of problems with that. And now that it's all divided and organized, it's running smoother. And I don't know which one I want to tackle next. I don't know if I want to go with the alignment mechanic or the heads-up display next. And but it says that at this stage I have the core mechanics set. I have the soul collecting, I have the enemies defeated, I have the movement, and its biggest problem that I keep on seeing error messages on the on the debug saying no animation for going left, no animation for going right, no animation for going down, no animation for going up. And I'm like, I know that's because it's just a Wisp right now and it doesn't need those animations. The Wisp does not need those animations. It's just a ball of light. It doesn't. Its idle animation is all it needs. But Godot seems to disagree with me. It's not an error to the point where it crashes. It's just that the debug keeps on getting congested with all of those errors about me moving without having the proper animations. And but yeah, my health is slightly improving since the medication stopped, but it started, but it's not improving enough for me to be ready for surgery yet. And so the game is coming along a lot nicer. But so I just wanted to update you guys with a journal update because I haven't done one of those in a while. Mostly they've just been live streaming. But that's about the gist of it. Life is a game, play it.